And I'll tell you the secret to mastering them sort of thoughts, mastering that panic. Life has its ups and downs, and both give you value if you see it and you find it. That's how you stop this feeling that you're not enough, that you're wasting your time. There is no time that is wasted. You haven't got to be someone, you haven't got to do something. You've just got to live. And if you feel behind, if you feel like you're wasting your youth, find a meaning. Find a way that every day or every week and month or year has a meaning to it. There is no rush. It does not matter if you arrive here at 20 or you arrive here at 60, at whatever goal of success you imagine. If you arrive at 20, if you arrive at 60, but you're blind to the experience that you've had, the value of the path, if you're blind to that, then there was no point, because you've already achieved things that you once dreamed of, right? Today, we're going to be talking about when you feel behind in life, when you feel like you're not doing enough in life, you're not making the most of the opportunity of sort of your prime years. And I relate to that. I mean, I'm always feeling like I'm not doing enough with my time, like I'm not doing the right things with my time. And I always feel like I've not got enough time. I always feel like I'm in this rush that I can't sit and actually and be in things. And yeah, just gonna have a nice casual chat. I mean, that's what my videos normally are. If you've not watched them before, nice casual chats, long form. If you've got a little bit of patience, then these videos will be for you. Just me thinking through my thoughts and discussing this idea, the solutions I have for this problem, and also what I still struggle with. If these long form videos aren't something you can stomach and I ain't got the patience for, I do make clips from the best bits of this video. They'll be on my TikTok and Instagram and on the shorts, so check them out. Link will be in the description. But yeah, enjoy the video. See, when it comes to this problem, I always feel it's about the pressure to be something, to be someone, the pressure to do the right things, to be right. And I even feel it. I mean, I talk about you've got to step out your comfort zone. You've got to be wrong. Even though I know all that, even though I can do that, I still feel awful when it comes to this feeling that you're not doing enough, when it comes to this feeling of pressure. And I think for me, deep down, it still relates to a tiny little bit of a feeling that you're not good enough, that you have to work and keep this, not persona because it's not fake, but keep this identity up, or keep this dream up. I think that's the better idea. I think what people don't tell you about happiness and about peace, more about happiness than peace, is that once you get it, which I've got it, you don't want to let go of it. You feel this anxiety, this little tiny panic deep down of what if this all disappears? And I think that's what comes with it. And I think it's a positive. I think it shows, or it makes you feel the risk of potentially losing this feeling. But when you're not there yet, when you're feeling like you need to achieve more, you know, sometimes I get that feeling that I need to have an achievement, have an award. I need to have something where I recognize it and I go, yeah, I did that. Like a physical thing, an achievement. You know, we watch the Oscars, we watch the Brits, the BAFTAs. We see these people and we almost feel like they're working towards this recognizable goal. And I think the issue with that, which not everyone sees, is that isn't the top of the mountain. That isn't the peak. Or that isn't the way that it should be, that we're aiming for this reward. And I have to remind myself this a lot, that it's not about, you know, it's that cringy line, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. That's cringy. That's typical. But it's got a sense of truth to it. Now, awards and the top of the peak feel fucking great, but it's not the prime time. It's not what you should be aiming for. But even when I say that, I know that deep down I feel this sense of you've got to do more, you've got to achieve something. Life feels a bit too normal. And I always wonder about these people you see, the celebrities, the people you idolize, the role models. Do they have a sense that they've made it, that they're there, that they've arrived? And one thing that fascinates me is the documentaries on these superstars, these people that we say, you must feel like you've made it. You must feel like you've achieved things, you're there. Yet a lot of them, they get addicted to drugs. They get addicted to alcohol. They crumble. They destroy their lives. They can't cope. It's too much. And it doesn't look like success. They are struggling. And that's my solution to this problem when you feel like you're behind. It's not about the peak. There is not this one moment where you arrive, where you're there. That's a fairy tale. It's what we see in movies. Because a movie has to have a start, a middle, and an end. Life doesn't. I mean, sure, it has a birth, the middle, and a death. It's so much more vague than what you see in the movies. You know, and people might be listening to what I'm saying and saying, of course, we understand that. Absolutely, I understand it, but I still have that issue sometimes where you feel like you're wasting your youth. You're wasting your prime time. You've got to do more while you're here. And it's funny because I hear Chris Williamson on his vlogs talk about these are the prime years. This is the prime time. Don't waste it. And it makes me feel a bit sad inside. Not to criticize him or judge him, because I'd be the same. I am the same with the way that thought goes in my head. But it's like your prime years are every year of your life. Every year that you're alive is your prime year. And I wonder if we're too much in a society and a civilization that prioritizes success. That's where our eyes are. That's what we're taught. That's how we grow up. As humans, it's natural in us to see failure down here and success up here. But what it is, it's failure here and success here. They're on the same playing field. They're on the same line because they have the same value. Failure is just as valuable as success. The only difference is most of us have learned that success feels better than failure, and therefore, because it feels better, it must be more valuable. It must be the aim. Because imagine a life where we said, listen, these are my goals. You know, and the goals aren't, I want to win an Oscar, win a BAFTA, I've become a billionaire, millionaire. What if the goals were, I'm going to absolutely fail. I'm going to hit rock bottom and come up from that. Or just, I'm going to hit rock bottom. My goal for this year is hitting rock bottom. Is trying to push myself that far in failure that I'm the lowest that I am. My goal for this year is I'm going to embarrass myself more than I could ever imagine and dream of. Everyone's going to think I'm a fool. Because the funny thing is, the goal on the failure side is going to be so much more valuable than the success side for trying to achieve that goal, because of the shit you're going to learn when you're close to rock bottom, when you're closer to failure than success. That's where the real lessons are. Now, with that analogy, we're not aiming for rock bottom, but it's the things we learn in rock bottom. But they're both on the same playing field. Success isn't better than failure. And that's where it comes to when you're feeling behind. Where you're meant to be. You're comparing yourself to someone who appears like they've got success. But sometimes success can be stagnant as well as the position you're in. Because sometimes I don't want to remove that feeling that I'm behind. That feeling of I'm not good enough. I kind of, in a way, want a little bit of that deep down inside me to keep pushing me, to keep me going. Whether that's right or wrong, I've not figured that one out yet. That's still up for debate in my mind. Sometimes that feeling that you're behind and that you're wasting your youth, it can be valuable. It can be necessary sometimes. But sometimes it can get too much. And I presume the people that have clicked on this video, the pressure's too much. The thought of being behind, the thought of wasting your youth, the thought that you have to be someone, that pressure's getting too much. That's why you clicked on the video. And it becomes a problem when it's too much, when you can't manage it. Any emotion becomes a problem when you can't manage it. And I get these fleeting little moments of panic. Am I doing the right thing? You know, I sit there and I can plan out my dream life. I can pick out things and experiences that I've had where I say that I want that to be my life. I went to Australia and we travelled around Australia for a good month. And I thought, and I think right now, yeah, that's the life I want. That's what I want to be doing with my life. That's the goal, that's the dream, that's heaven. So I get this fleeting panic, these moments where I say, what am I doing? Why am I going to my 9 to 5? Why am I working so hard? Working that hard that you're not even living in this moment, that you're not living the life that you have. You're missing it. I tell myself, I need to learn so many things. I need to learn how to be kinder to people, how to care more for people, how to really care for people, to sit down and to think of others and to help them out, because even though I've not got the dream, I am happy. But I feel there's so many different things that I could do with my time that is pulling me every which way, that it's hard to make a decision of what to do. And then on top of that, life does just take you. The responsibilities, I've got a house, I've got a girlfriend, I've got dogs, I've got family, I've got friends, you've got responsibilities, I've got work. You've got to look after your body. You've got to get your sleep. You've got to work out, you've got to stay fit, you've got to eat right. All these things, all these factors in life add another layer of pressure sometimes. And it used to be too much for me. But now I only get little moments, little fleeting thoughts, like this morning, just flickered in. And I looked around outside and thought, am I doing the right thing? And I'll tell you the secret to mastering them sort of thoughts, mastering that panic. And it's that the grass is not greener on that other side. You're still going to have problems. The things you're thinking about is a dream, is perfection. And it's getting caught up in this world that life has to be perfect, that life is success and failure. That there is a moment that you're going to arrive. There isn't. And when you understand that, you understand that there's experiences in life that are pleasure, and there are experiences in life that have meaning. My traveling to Australia was pleasure, pure pleasure, and it felt like I was living life. But did it have meaning? Would that life be full of failure? Be full of lessons? And I think that's why the rich don't just go and sit on the beach and relax. These billionaires carry on working because you get addicted to that feeling of failure. You get attracted to the feeling of meaning. And if you feel behind, if you feel like you're wasting your youth, find a meaning. Find a way that every day or every week and month or year has a meaning to it. Don't get me wrong. When I say every day, you're not going to do it every day. You're going to wake up, be tired. Something's going to happen. You're going to fall out with someone. Someone's going to piss you off. Emotions are going to get the better of you. But just try and ground yourself back to, what's the meaning? What's the purpose here for me living? And to me, the purpose, like I said, is to experience things in life. To just live. To just accept your situation. That I don't have to be this Michael Jordan. I don't have to be this great person who wins this award at the top, that has accolades. I don't have to be that. Living is good enough. Failing is good enough. Anything that you're up to, that you're doing, that you're going through is good enough. There is no rush. It does not matter if you arrive here at 20 or you arrive here at 60, at whatever goal of success you imagine. If you arrive at 20, if you arrive at 60, but you're blind to the experience that you've had, the value of the path, if you're blind to that, then there was no point, because you've already achieved things that you once dreamed of. I learned that from Chris Williamson. You set a goal. That's the thing with goals, you set a goal, and then once you've achieved that goal, what's next to do is just to set another goal. And if you just keep setting goals and only get the joy at the end of the experience, you only get the value at the end of the experience, you're gonna fucking suffer. You're going to be in agonizing pain. That life is such a struggle. But what life is Life has its ups and downs, and both give you value if you see it and you find it. That's how you stop this feeling that you're not enough, that you're wasting your time. There is no time that is wasted. You haven't got to be someone, you haven't got to do something. You've just got to live. And all the emotions that you feel and all the emotions that you go through are all the right answer. There isn't this, I've got to feel something certain. I've got to be a certain way. But yeah, if you're struggling with that one, hope it helps. Peace.